Hello everybody, Marcos Villegas here at the Bellator MMA offices in Newport Beach, California. Being joined with Tito Ortiz, the People's Champ. And Tito, just got done with your teleconference call with your big pay-per-view against a friend, Rampage Jackson, on November 2nd. Just overall, you seem like you're just in a much better place, happier as a person. Tell me, how has that, I guess, changed you as a person, and how is that helping you now in your, I guess, unretirement fighting Rampage?
I think it just puts me in a different mindset, having a positive environment, it made my skin a lot more thicker. I've learned a lot. I couldn't believe I was able to survive the things I went through, and I've been able to do it. And now I just sit back and start training again, get ready for a fight. And just think about the things that were behind me are behind me. I'm just looking forward, and I'm looking for my steps forward, and I'm looking at my footsteps behind me. Just looking forward, man. That's all I want to do is be successful. Be successful not only for my family and my children, but for my fans, man. My fans who have my back. And I just look on my Twitter, and the guys are like, Tito, we don't care where you go, we're gonna follow you. Well, it's time to start following, and let's make this about a fight. Let's make this about the fighters and not about companies. I think this is strictly about fighters, about names who are the fighters who are going there, putting their life on the line, and I'll continue to be doing it also. And Rampage is a great fighter, and I'm a great fighter, and we've fought against the best in the world, and we're fighting against each other as friends. I think this is one of the first times besides Ali, Frazier, that we're friends fighting each other, and this is something exciting. I'm excited to make it happen.
Was there a part of you that was a little hesitant at first, seeing that he's your friend and you guys go way back for a really long time?
There was a big hesitation, huge hesitation. But like I say, Bellator and Viacom gave me an offer that I couldn't refuse, man. It's going to go far and beyond this fight. And right now, let's put our friendship aside. And we're doing that, We used to kick each other's asses, over and over again for like 10 years. What's the difference of doing it inside the cage besides, maybe a little bad intentions, some of the punches and elbows being thrown? But, we'll put on a show. And that's our idea, is to put on a show and make sure that each one of the guys who buy pay-per-view or women who buy pay-per-view, they get their dollar's worth. And that's my job. That's always been my job over the last 15 years. And I think there's not one fan out there who can complain that I've never done that. And I'll continue doing it.
Now, you retired, and now you're coming back. Now, a lot of fans are scratching their heads like, oh, wow, Tito, that was quick. You're saying you're healthy now, but was there also a reason why you retired, is you felt that, I guess, the negative attitude, the negative environment you were in with the UFC, and do you feel at all that you were pushed to retirement over there when you felt you weren't really ready to retire yet?
I think it was a little bit of everything. The relationship I was in wasn't a good one. I tried and I tried and I tried, where I just forgot myself. I lost myself. I was so much into trying to make a family happen that wasn't going to work. Now it's over, and now it's just all of a sudden I look back and going, what the hell was I thinking? The relationship that I had, with my former boss, it was never a good one. It was just, I was always looking over my shoulder, looking, what he's going to say something about me now, and it's a year later and he's still talking about me, and I'm not even employed by him anymore, and they're still talking smack on me, and I still scratch my head, Lorenzo and Frank Fertitta are always awesome guys to me, I have nothing but respect for them. They've always been really cool and very professional towards me. But just the other guy, he could not stop talking bad things about me, and I didn't understand it. I don't know how many times I had to apologize to him, but now I understand that it ain't about apologies. It's too personal towards him, and like I said, I'll watch my footsteps forward and not look at my footsteps behind me, and I'll continue on with my business. Right now it's about giving the best fights I possibly can give, and having a positive environment around me, have a positive mindset, and be healthy and fight as hard as I possibly can, as I have over the last 15 years. And I'm excited, man. I'm happy for once. It's nice to be in a good, positive environment, and when that happens, I'm a scary man.
Looking at fights, this Bellator deal, how many fights do you have on the Bellator deal, and how much longer do you see yourself continuing to fight?
I would like to fight, a couple more years. This deal is for 2 years, a 2-year deal. We'll see how many fights we get out of it. I would love to fight, 2, 3, maybe 4 times. It just how my mindset is, how many good competitors they can get for me to compete against, and as other fighters who are in other competitions, if they see how well we're getting treated over here in Bellator, maybe they start scratching their heads and going, what are they giving Tito and Rampage? How come they went over there? And it's a respect value. You know, I'll take a little less money to be treated the right way, and I'm okay with that. And me and Rampage, we're the best 205 pounders right now that are going to put on a great fight, I think, and we're put on a great show, and that's what it's about.
When the fight was announced, and you even mentioned on the press conference that we just had right now that some heat was met with the matchup, and a lot of fans are saying, you know, why is this fight happening? You know, both fighters' combined record isn't that great. When you hear that stuff, you know, what do you want to say to those fans, those people that say that?
Well, you know, look at my losses. You know, they're former champions, they're former world champions, and there were close split decisions. You know, there were decisions, draws against guys who were former champs, and there's a lot of things that could have made the fight a little better. You know, maybe I didn't get a point taken away from me, I would have won the fight. You know, maybe the judges would have seen it a different way, and I wouldn't have lost the fight. I went out and I fought as hard as I possibly could when I fought, and I put on a show. You know, fans are on their toes, are on their feet, screaming, clapping, saying "good job," and that's the way we fight. You know, you look at Rampage last loss is he fought his ass off. If he was in a little bit better shape, he would have fought a little harder. But it's just one of those things that we go out there to put on a show, and that's one thing that's great about mixed martial arts is fans don't really care about losses. They don't care about wins. They care about a guy who's going out there and is going to put his life in line and going to put on a show. And that's what me and Rampage do the best. And it's going to be better that we're in a positive environment to go out there and do something that we love and be praised upon the company that's going to let us do it. And everybody loves to be praised. Everybody loves to be in a positive environment. I mean, I teach a kids class in my gym, and the kids, I positively motivate them so much as they love it. They come in and I push them as hard as possible, and most guys would throw up or pass out, and these kids are doing it because it's just that positive reinforcement that us as humans love to have, and to have that a business behind me, it makes me that much more happier. So that's why I'm here, and that's why we're doing it against one of my best friends. And like I say, on November 2nd, there's not going to be no friendship. No love's going to be lost. But, you know, after the fight's over, you know, we'll have some cocktails together. You never know.
On a final note, Tito, you know, those gym wars, who would get the better of each other during those gym wars?
It depends what day it was.
It's just every day was different.
Every day was different, man. We always, you know, sparring. Every day was different. It was like, you know, we'd go work with some other boxing guys. We'd come back and want to get a better other. Work with a kickboxing guy. One guy get better than the other. The wrestling, one person get better than the other one day. Jiu-jitsu, one person get better the other day. But it's funny because every time we would make a mistake, we would sit down and we'd go, okay, this is what we need to do so we don't happen again. And we learned what we should and what we shouldn't do. And let's see if you remember it, because I remember every single day. I remember all of it, and it's going to be exciting. You know, I got to bring my A game. I know that for a fact. I can't come in thinking that I'm going to walk right through him, because it ain't going to be that easy. Yeah. Rampage is a tough guy, and he's one of the best guys right now that I'm going to face, because he knows me like no other fighter in the world. You know, it's going to be really exciting. I can't wait.
Well, there you have it. Tito Ortiz taking on Quinton Rampage Jackson, November 2nd in Long Beach. Tito, thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Welcome, man. Sure.
Marcos Villegas here at the Bellator offices, signing off.